everybody, it's Dr. Carmen Bryant, host of Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. And as you guys see, I'm not going to be on this evening. I apologize. I know the week prior I had training and it ran into my time, so I wouldn't be able to get here on time. And then last week was my birthday weekend, so obviously I wasn't going to be on. And then this weekend was conference weekend. And so there was one day we didn't get home until like 5 o'clock in the morning. So I had like maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours worth of sleep before I had to get back and come back in. And so I wasn't able to come in and I was tired, but I did want you guys to know that I was thinking about you. And I just want to talk about something really quick because I had a conversation with someone today and I thought it was very interesting to have this conversation with you. And the conversation is really about the fact that you, and I don't know who you are, but I'm just saying in general that you were probably the side chick or the side dude. And now you are going through what the primary supply, the former primary supply went through, and now some of you are actually ashamed to admit it. Now, first of all, I'm not here to condemn you. I'm not here to make you feel bad about your situation. I'm not here to point my finger. All of us have our stories. You know, if we told our stories, if all of us were honest and told our stories, we'd have some stories to tell. Because some of us were in those situations ourselves, you know. And what happens is that you yourself was the side chick, the mistress, you know, or the side dude, the mister, you know. And for some of you, you didn't know. You were tricked into it. You were told a story about how, you know, it's not working between us. We're just roommates. You know, I'm just there for the kids. You know, I'm trying to find another place to stay. I'm trying to get out of here. The story was meticulous. It was good, and you believed it. You know, they were going through it. I'm going through a divorce. You know, I'm just trying to find somewhere to stay. You know, she's crazy. He's crazy. This is the kind of stuff that they were going to do. See, they were already doing the smear campaign and telling the lies because they were preparing for what was going to happen. Some of you guys were, you know, like I said, you were tricked into it. You didn't know that you were the side chick. You didn't know you were the side dude. You know, and they told you these stories. You know, and it was believable stories. You know, they told you this sob story about how, you know, the primary source of supply, whether it was a girlfriend, fiance, husband, wife, whatever it was, you know, long-term relationship, whatever it was, they told you the sob story about how crazy this person is and they mistreated them and I do this and I buy them this and I do all this stuff for them and they don't appreciate me. And yes, you know, I wasn't always right. We were together for so many years and I didn't do right and they never forgave me for anything that I've ever done. And, you know, it doesn't matter. They never forgave me. So they always treated me like this or did that. And see, the part that they didn't tell you is the fact that you're in the situationship with this individual and they never forgave me for what I did, but yet they're in the midst of doing what they were doing in the first place. And some of you guys really, honestly, you didn't know that you were being played and you were the side chick or the side dude. Some of you guys actually knew. Some of you guys actually were in a relationship with this individual and you knew that they were married. You knew that they had somebody else, but your mind was fixated on that's what I want. I want him. I want her, you know, and he told you or she told you whatever it was about the person that they were with. And I don't want to hurt this person's feelings. You know, I don't want to, you know, it's wrong. Whatever they said or told you that this person is crazy. And some of you made the choice and you knew that you were the side chick and you wanted to be the primary. Now, like I said, I'm not condemning anybody. I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. I just want to, you know, we're going to tap into some emotions for just a moment because some of you guys are now in the situation and now you realize why the primary, the wife, the husband, you know, why they needed to get out in the first place or what they were dealing with. You got a hold of this mess and this mess is worse than the mess that they were in the first place. See, because you got the more experienced and more the tyrant. You got the worst part because they upped the game coming to you because whether the primary or the husband or wife made a decision to leave and they did the discard or this person did the discard and they got away. The thing about it is when they got with you, they upped the antics, meaning that all the things, you know, the old supply or the primary, the old supply was the one who taught them. And this is how they taught them, by all the things that they complained about. You know, you don't do this, you don't ever do this, and I can't believe, and you're supposed to be my husband or wife, and this is what you're supposed to do. So what they did was it took everything that they complained about and they did it for you. And so it makes it seem like this is this perfect person. I can't believe that this person would just let this person go and look what all they do for me. Look how in that love bombing stage, you got everything that old supply ever desired. And the only reason why you got everything that they ever desired because they need to lock you in and figure out a way to keep you from getting out. They locked down your finances. finances. They lock down the stuff that you have. And now for a lot of you, you have finally gotten to your aha moment, your revelation, and you're like, I see now. Some of you actually begin to think that maybe what they were saying about the ex-wife or the ex-husband or the ex-fiance or the ex-girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, maybe everything that they were saying was not truthful. Some of you guys actually begin to see that there are some holes in the story. Some of you are beginning to see just by their behaviors that I know you lied. I know everything that you're saying is not truthful. I know this person must not have been as crazy as you claim. Some of you guys actually started fighting with that narcissist against that baby daddy, the baby daddy or the baby mama, and you were fighting and you were trying to help because they gave you the sob story to make, so you were going to make sure you defend your boo whatever way. And what you did is they've already laid a foundation and told you about how this person is and how this person reacts and how this person does and the things, and she's crazy and he's crazy and everything. But what you didn't realize is that the way that they reacted to finding out about you. They reacted, and what you saw that they had described, because that narcissist is always going to make sure that they give you their narrative, because they know how this old supply is. They've been with them for a while, so they know how the old supply is going to react, because that's what they want, reactions, and the pain that the old supply experienced and felt when they found out about you. When they found out, and so they were hurt, and so what you witnessed and how they acted, maybe for a year or whatever, the way that they acted, the way that they reacted was their reactions reactive pain, but that reaction was the pain of discovery of you. And so the way that narcissist created that narrative, though, is that everything that old supply did played into what they were saying. So they made themselves more credible, because see, I told you they're crazy. I told you. No, what you witnessed is the reaction from the pain of discovery of you. Some of them were actually married in a whole relationship, and you came along. Some of you didn't know, some of you did know, but they were in a whole relationship. The lies that they fed you was not even, obviously a lie is not truth, but the narrative that they gave you, that this old supply knew nothing of you. They thought they were still married or still engaged or still had a whole relationship going. And then you came along and they found out about you. And the information that was fed to you, they reacted just like that narcissist said they were going to react, because of the fact that they were hurt and in pain. The sad part about it is now you're living the reality of that old supply. And some of you actually now see that old supply must not have been as bad as that narcissist made them out to be, because I'm starting to see things in this narcissist, or I know things now in this narcissist that is a lie, and everything that they said about this old supply, they're the ones that's actually behaving that way. They're the ones that are actually that way. Some new supply, and some of you are so embarrassed that you don't want anybody to know that you made a mistake. The problem now is that you're so invested in this situationship, your money, your mind, your heart, you are embarrassed, you are humiliated. People know about this person and you didn't know about this person. You got into a situationship with a person that you really did not know, and the people around you knew. That's why they work so fast. That's why they move so fast to get you to see their perspective and to get you to only listen to their narrative. It doesn't matter what the outside world says, because there are too many people that know about this narcissist. You think that there are so many people that don't know about the narcissist and it's a secret thing. But believe you me, there are a lot of people that know about this narcissist. And now you're living the reality, because the people around them that have been friends with them for a long time, some of them might be narcissists, some of them are flying monkeys. But those that are kind of neutral, that are friendly with you and everything, know how this narcissist is. And they're not going to say anything to you. They don't want to cause any drama or anything like that. But one thing that they can tell you for sure, if you ever heard them talk, they'd be like, well, he was like that with his ex-wife, his ex or ex-husband, and this is how they always been. They've always been like this. They've never changed. They've been like this since teenager. So you didn't get anything new. And for some of you that are listening, some of you are listening in private. Some of you are crying, tears are rolling down your face, because you know I be that person. I be the side chick. I am the mister. I am the one, yes, you're talking to me, but I'm so embarrassed and I'm so ashamed to admit that I don't want anybody to know. Child, let me tell you something. All of us got secrets, honey. All of us done made some mistakes. Your mistakes do not define you. You have to be free to know that your mistakes do not define you, and we do not point your fingers at you, because believe you me, if we were to tell you all of our stories, you'd be like, well, you know what? I don't feel as bad anymore, because all of us got stories. All of us made mistakes. A mistake in judgment. You followed your heart and not logic. You came out of one relationship very much like that. And you thought this one's going to be better, but you never resolved your issues from the last one. And so you ended up getting one worse than what you had before. And unfortunately, you were the side chick and you became the primary source of supply. But I promise you this, the way that you got them, the way that you got her is the same way they're going to be in your relationship. And you were the side chick or the side dude at one point in time. I promise you there's a side chick or a side dude in that relationship right now if you're dealing with a narcissist. Whatever game that they were playing with the ex-wife or the ex-husband, the ex-fiance, the ex-girlfriend, whatever, is the same game that they're playing with you. And the sad part about it is what comes around goes around. Whatever seeds you planted is the seed, the harvest that you're going to have to, and like I said, this is not to make you feel bad or make you feel embarrassed, because some of you guys are in this situation now, and it does not give them the right to abuse you. Even if you did it the wrong way when you got into the relationship, it does not get, or situationship, it does not give them the right to hurt you and to manipulate you. It does not give them the right to mistreat you and to treat you less than. You understand me? So just because you've made the mistake, it was a judgment and error. You followed your heart. Yes, I was the messy one. I was, and some people won't admit it. And I've had people on here, because I did a video on this before, that said, you know what? You're not lying. That would be me. That would be me. But we don't judge you. We're not going to judge you. We're not going to make you feel bad about the decision. Like I said, some of us got our own stories. You'd be surprised. But some of you are living in regret right now. And you know that you've probably had some failed relationships in the past. You probably had some failed relationships, failed marriages, whatever. And you're embarrassed because you don't want anybody to know, what, I done failed again. I done made a bad decision again. Or because of the fact, like some of you guys said, they have a lot of friends they have a lot of flying monkeys. You don't want anybody to know what a mistake that you have made. Some of you gave up your careers. Some of you lost your careers. Some of you lost your jobs, your reputation. Some of you guys are going through, and you know that had I not connected with this fool, I would not be going through what I'm going through right now. Had I not connected with you, I would have been so far. Remember when I said when you cut off, a toxic person, there's a glow up. When you cut off a toxic person, there's a different type of glow up. Doors begin to open for you. Things start to happen for you that are positive. Yeah, you're going through emotional pain of the breakup, but things start happening for you. Doors start opening for you. All of a sudden, you have things, and it's a process. You have to go through the process. Go follow through the process. And there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is a silver lining over that gray cloud. There is a resolution. There is an answer. There is life after this horrible relationship. A lot of us have been through it, and look at us now. Those people that you admire, a lot of us have been through things like this. And so this is not the end of the world. You made a mistake. You can talk about it. I can talk about it. When I talk to people, listen, child, let me tell you what I did. And I'm going to tell you right here, it don't have no good ending. I can tell you that now. Some of us have to talk about our experience, and you have to be honest about it. You got young people that are going through what they're going through, and they don't need people to try to hide and be embarrassed about it, child. Let me tell you my story. Let me tell you. And I'm going to tell you that does not have a good turnout. I'm going to tell you that now. So some of you guys have gone through it. Don't feel ashamed. Don't be humiliated. You don't ran off at the mouth. You don't told this old supply, and now you looking back like, I think I done made a mistake. You did. You done made a mistake. You did. But you know what? That's not the end of all. There's always apologies. And if you can't apologize, you too shame right now, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And now you got to figure out your way out of it. And you have no idea. You were probably his or her escape. Thank God they did have an affair with you, child, because I'm gone now, and that might be the old supply thought process, but yep, now you're having to deal with the very thing you didn't even know. You thought the grass was greener on the other side, and it was AstroTurf. You done got over there, try to water the grass, and you're like, this is not even real. It was not, because the person that presented themselves to you, that was their representative. You will never find that person again. Now you're trauma bonded, and now you're watching these videos. But we're here for you too. So for those of you that are angry at the side chick, you were the side chick at one time. If you're angry with the side chick, for what? For what? We all make mistakes, And this is what those videos are for, to help you out. So these videos are for you as well. So don't feel bad about it. Don't feel guilty. Don't be ashamed. Come up with a plan to rescue yourself. If there's an apology in there, some of you are embarrassed to apologize. Some of you guys are embarrassed to make the call. I promise you, you're picking up on stuff, and now you realize that the person is not as bad or may not be the truth behind what they've told you. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to come on just for a few minutes. Listen, I got a conference coming up. It's July 30th in Atlanta, Georgia. Some of you have inquired about payments, whether it's to general admissions or whether it's Zoom or whether it's VIP. I am allowing payment plans for those of you that really want to attend. I want you to email me at NPD, November Papa Delta, NPD_education@outlook.com. Let me know if you are interested in making payments for your the conference, whether you want to do general admissions, whether you want to do Zoom, or whether you want to do VIP. I still have some slots available for VIP. You guys got to hurry because it's filling up. If you go to overcomingnarcissistabuse.ticketleap.com, at the bottom of my video in the I think it's in the description, you will have the link right there, overcomingnarcissistabuse.ticketleap.com, and you'll see the pricing on there. If you want to make payments, payments, there'll be a cutoff in June. But if you want to make payments to come, you are welcome. I will allow payments because some of you really would like to come and some of you really would like to do VIP. And I am open to payments, payment plans, and what I'll do is when you email me, and you let me know that you're interested, I will send you an invoice. The invoice will come from my company, which is Psychological Health Consultants and Services. You'll see it. I think it's either all spelled out or it says PHCS LLC, one or the other. But you'll see it, and it has my emblem on it. And I will send you an invoice from my company, and it would allow you to do payment plans so that you can pay on it. But I really want to see you guys out there. Listen. The topic was the second annual Overcoming Narcissist Abuse Conference. And the topic is training your narcissist. Some of you trained your own narcissist. And some of us trained the narcissist and trained them to be a terrorist in the next relationship. It's training your terrorist, not your narcissist. It's training your terrorist. Some of you have trained the terrorist in your own situationships. And some of us train the terrorists and they become even bigger terrorists in the next situationship they get into. And so we're responsible when we do these train. But what we're going to teach you is about how you're doing, how you're training this terrorist. And I'm going to do little videos leading up to the conference. And of course, I'm going to be doing some interviews, number one, with the people that attended last year. And I'm going to do interview with the speakers for this year. You're going to have myself. You're going to have my good friend, Ms. Bridget Griffin, who actually spoke last year. She's a domestic violence advocate for the Victims First program. She works a lot in the court systems. And so she sees these narcissists in there. She has watched them, not watched them, but she has helped people that were dealing with narcissists in the courtroom. And when I say the narcissists, I'm talking about even the esteemed that have money. And she's got some really good advice and really good information concerning how to maneuver in the courtroom, certain information that you need to have. And remember, also, my brother, Marcus Monroe, who talked about the law of mentality. He used to be in the group where you hear the, the alpha male. You heard about the red pill, the blue pill, all this kind of stuff. He was in that organization at one time, and he got out of that organization. And him and I, when we met about a year year or so ago, when he was talking about it, I stopped him. I said, do you know what you're talking about? Do you know that you're talking about narcissist training narcissists? This is like a narcissist boot camp where you got these narcissists training these young narcissists, and these men who really want mentorship and help, they're being trained by narcissists. And when he started talking about the books, and he talked about it last year in the conference, and it was excellent information for you guys to know. But you're going to find out about these narcissists. And then, of course, my big sister, Kathy Gibson, My Life is Intentional. She is a phenomenal woman. I'm so proud to call her my sister because, not just because, but I'm proud to call her my sister because we grew up together in the ministry. She was in ministry long before I was, but, over 15 years of knowing each other, growing together, and then watching her when she talks to the young adults, especially the young women, and how she talks about your confidence, building your confidence back up. You guys have to hear her talk at this conference. You have to, because the stuff that we talk about in that conference, when her and my mom get together, and our parent, when they get together and they tag team, they just bring so much clarity, not just clarity, but just confidence. She's a confident woman. She talks about confidence. She talks about knowing who you are, and being confident in who you are, your self-esteem and your self-worth. She is a phenomenal woman who's been through things herself. And she comes and I'm telling you guys have to hear her talk. And then, of course, you guys know my mother, Apostle Helen Sadler, or those of you that know her as Helen Sadler, your destiny helper. She's going to be there. She's got the force. She talk about whatever she want to talk about, honey. And then at the end, we're going to do a platform. It's going to be the roundtable talk. And we will have some of your favorite people, one of your favorite people, which is Telsha Edenberg, Telsha with the T on NPD. She will be there in person. You guys will get to meet her. She's going to be on the table talk. Miss Tasha Lelaman. Hopefully I didn't make her name sound horrible, but Telsha Lelaman, who is Diaries of a Christian Girl. Phenomenal speaker, phenomenal woman. We are on Mondays. We're on Clubhouse in the mornings at 7:45 Pacific Standard Time. My big old bear cat is up under my chair. Hold on. But she comes on Clubhouse on Mondays with Helen Sadler, your destiny helper, at 7:45 Pacific Standard Time. And she's on there. She's a phenomenal woman. She talks all the time. So it's going to be her, Tasha Edenberg, myself, my big sister, who's going to be on Zoom. She won't be able to join us in person, but she'll be on Zoom. Marcus Monroe, Bridget Griffin, Telsha, and we'll all be there for the table talk at the end of the conference. Those of you that are wanting to join us for VIP will be a formal event this year. You will be picked up with limousines and taken to a restaurant of my choice, where you actually get to sit amongst those that are teachers about these topics, these various topics, and they're there so they can answer questions. You get to eat with us, you get to laugh with us, take pictures with us, you get to see us behind closed doors. This is a private event, so we won't tell everybody where we're going. This is only for the VIPs. And so I am looking forward to meeting you guys. Come on, I need you guys to go ahead and start buying these tickets. I mean, I've had ticket sales, don't get me wrong, I've had ticket sales, but I really want you guys to be there. I really want to meet a lot of you guys. We're going to be at the Atlanta Marriott Marquis on Peachtree Center Avenue, and it is a ticketed event. So if you show up and you want to come in, you're not going to be able to come in. It starts from 8 to 5 p.m., 7 o'clock will be a breakfast. You guys come and do a meet and greet. You get to meet everybody, and then 8 o'clock promptly, we're going to start the conference, and we're going to end at 5, and then we're going to go to dinner. And so I am so excited about this conference. Also, you guys make sure the ticket sales are open, and we're getting the website up for Apostle Helen Sadler's conference in Hawaii. Hawaii conference is the 12th, 13th, and 14th of August, and we will be there from the 11th to the 16th, and we'll have our big brother Apostle Will Williams is going to be there, myself, Tasha Lilleman, Telsha Edenberg, and then of course you will also meet because during that conference they will also, she will be Apostle Sadler, during the conference, she will also take the time to also talk about narcissists on each day, narcissist abuse on each day. This is a conference. This is a ministerial conference, and then each day of the conference, she's setting aside time where we're going to be talking about narcissism. And you guys know Karen Smith, she's going to be there, so she's going to be along the panel with the narcissism. We're talking about narcissism on each one of those days. And so you guys come on out to Hawaii. It's from the 11th to the 16th. The 11th, yeah, so the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th is the conference. The 12th, the 13th, and the 14th. There we go. It's that Friday, that Saturday, that Sunday. Then the 15th, we're going to do a tour of the island, and then the 16th, we're flying back out. So if you guys want to join us, we're going to have a phenomenal time. And remember, you guys, I'm going to put the information there for my conference. I want to see you guys there. Come on out and support. I appreciate you guys, and thank you so much for your patience. I will be back this week. Don't worry about it, because like I said, I'm tired, y'all. Tired, but I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everything you guys do. Thank you for all the emails. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and you guys go be great.